Today I'm going to do Miley Cyrus. So let's get started. Okay. Miley Cyrus was born 28 degrees of Taurus, and majority of Gemini makes up her first house of self, of ego, and of physical attributes. Okay. Now, she also has Cancer Mars 27 degrees in Cancer, which makes up her physical attributes, gives her a baby face. Okay. Mars in the chart, where Mars is placed, will tell you, how you look, the most physically. Also your ascendant, but mostly Mars. That's what you really have to look at. And she has like this little youthful baby face kind of face, just like Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves also has Mars in Cancer, and he never grows old, as you can see in the last chart I did of his. Now, she has Taurus, last degrees of Taurus, which makes her a cusp between Gemini and Taurus as her ascendant. So she's got a lot of willpower, okay, with Taurus, and she's multi-talented. She could play guitar, she could sing, she could dance, she could compose music, she could write. Very, very talented girl, having Gemini rising. She could do pretty much anything. She could also do acting, Hannah Montana, okay? What can't she do? The next thing that really caught my attention was her 8th house, and seeing how the constellation of Capricorn is there. And let me say something. Capricorn and Scorpio are the hardest sign of the whole entire chart, okay, of your whole entire chart. This is like the coldest place in your chart, and this is like the most intense place in your chart. These two constellations are really, really strong, okay, very strong, and they could be very harsh, okay. They tell a story about coldness, hardship, struggles, and hidden things, and things that are very intense in one's psyche, okay. And Miley Cyrus has Capricorn in the 8th house, as many Gemini rising people do. But having Capricorn in the 8th house could symbolize the way you act towards sex, your thoughts towards sex, your actions towards sex, transformation, death, how you handle, things that you and other people have, okay, in common. Also, taxes, lawsuits, things like that, okay. Now, Miley Cyrus has 17 degrees Neptune. She's got 15 degrees of Uranus, and she got 12 degrees of Venus right here in the 8th house of transformation in Capricorn, in a very cold sign. And this reminds me with these videos that she was seen portrayed very sexual, very open, and I got the impression that she was definitely being forced, and that she's definitely under MKULTRA. I have no doubts about that. Okay, she has all the qualities and all the personality traits that an MKULTRA person would have. Okay, and I got to say that it's very important. If you guys don't know what that is, I suggest you look it up, because it's very popular now, and a lot of people have woken up to that. So she's a slave for sure, but she's always been a very nice and very introverted girl. I wouldn't say introverted, but let me see the right words. Very reserved girl, okay, because she's got Mars here in the 2nd house of possessions and of value. So she's always been a very reserved girl, and she wasn't really out there, showing her body and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, she started showing her body, like, and getting naked and doing all these crazy things on stage. And it reminds me of the 8th house. She's got Uranus here, 15 degrees, and Neptune, 17 degrees. And Neptune symbolizes drugs, okay? Uranus symbolizes shock and the unexpected. Venus symbolizes what you like and what you're attracted to. And I know that the Illuminati, okay, they always have like an astrologer that, looks up in the chart, and they always exploit a certain person, okay? I haven't done Britney Spears' chart, but Britney is also Sagittarius, just like Miley. And I really want to look at her chart. Maybe that's going to be the next chart I do. But it reminds me of how her handlers are handling her, very similar to Britney. Okay, there's a pattern here. And I believe it's because of the placement that she has, that she's got a very strong 8th house of shock. And I think what they did is that they amplify the effects. They're like, okay, I think Miley's psychic could handle, could handle being very overly sexual. I think she could handle the drugs that are going to desensitize her and disassociate her. Because in one of those videos, you could see that Miley is disassociative, taking drugs, and she has like these ropes around her neck, which was very sad, guys, very sad. And you could tell that her strings were being pulled, and she was pretty much a puppet. Okay, and she went through this phase that she was just out of it, completely out of it, and you could just tell, who was pulling the strings with all those black and white videos, okay, Masonic videos. So I believe that what they did was that they saw she was capable of utilizing this 8th house energy, and they're like, okay, let's go all the way, okay, let's program her to be this sex freak on stage so that she could influence a new generation, because she has Uranus here and she's got Neptune here. She's able to channel this. And Uranus and Neptune don't get together like every 168 years, if I'm correct. Okay, and they're together. Also with Justin Bieber's natal chart, he was born between the I believe the years between 1990 and 1996. This is when these two planets were at close proximity. So she's like semi-conjuncting here, 17 degrees, 15 degrees. She also has 12 degrees in Venus, okay, which is also in close proximity to Uranus, which could be very light. Whatever Uranus does could be very light, could be very accepted, okay. It's in the 8th house of transformation and of sex. Another theme I saw here was Saturn 13 degrees in Aquarius in the 9th house. The 9th house has to do with religion, with beliefs, with higher knowledge, with college, with faraway places. Having Saturn here, it's difficulty in her chart where she has the most difficulty. And, indoctrination. This is what comes to mind, indoctrination. And I believe that this is where it shows that she suffers the most, okay, in religion and indoctrination, mind control, all right, in the 9th house of philosophy and higher mind, okay. It's pretty cold here, too, with Saturn. Now, Miley Cyrus got a stellium here in the 6th house of health, routine, and of daily life. And she's got Mercury 27 degrees in Scorpio. So how she communicates is very, very serious. She's got a very deep voice. Very similar to having Mercury in Capricorn. Okay, but it's more, I don't know, having Mercury in Scorpio could give you more of an edgy sound to your voice. She also has the moon in Scorpio, so she thinks very serious like a Scorpion. She's very deep. She's got Pluto in Scorpio, okay, in the 6th house, 23 degrees. So her daily life is, it's pretty challenging, okay, having Pluto there. Her daily life looks pretty intense, and she needs to feel comfortable with a certain schedule to be going, to feel okay, to feel comfortable, okay. She's got the Sun and the North Node in the 7th house of other people, partnerships, of contracts, and marriages. So this is where she's heading. She's heading to form relationships, to trust other people, to learn how to be more trusting to other people. She's got the Sun there. That's where she shines. She shines in the hearts of other people. Now, in the 5th house of creation and recreation of relationships and fun, she's got Jupiter 8 degrees in Libra. Libra is a sign of music, just like Capricorn and Pisces. Okay, Libra having Jupiter there expands your creativeness, writing music, singing, dancing, playing an instrument, all that she does. So she's very talented here in the house of Leo, in the 5th house where Libra falls here in her chart. Now she's got 27 degrees of Mars trining her Mercury 27 degrees in the 6th house. So she communicates very assertively, okay, and it helps her. She communicates about her values, and she also defends other people and needs their help. And that's a very Cancer-like quality of protecting her friends and standing up for your friends when you see that they need your help, okay? I believe she stood up for many, many celebrities that people have been criticizing and say, hey, stop saying that about so-and-so, because she's very protective of them, of her friends, and of situations that she's been in. Okay, she's got that 27 degrees Mars here in Cancer, and it's trining Scorpio, which is also a very protective sign. and it's in Mercury. So when she speaks with a very sharp tongue when she's going to protect one of her friends and she's going to stand up for truth. Also, her moon and Mercury are like semi-conjunction. So there's an intense connection with her mentality and her speech that when she talks, she's very clear. She's very clear. Like when she speaks with assertiveness, and she doesn't have to think twice before speaking. She already knows what she's going to say. And that's because of the moon semi-conjunction to Mercury, very close proximity, just 1 degree. Okay, her mind, which is the moon, is very well connected with her speech, Mercury. So she's a very well-developed young lady. Okay. So this has been a chart for Miley Cyrus. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want a reading from me, please go to the links below, and I'll be happy to give you a reading. Namaste, guys. Have a great day.
Hey guys, check out my music channel where I write my own music, sing and play piano. Make sure to subscribe.